So I often get asked, what are my favorite neighborhoods in Portland, or where would I live? I got a few answers for this. You're gonna wanna stick around. I think you're gonna be surprised by the last one. Before I dive in though, I just wanna say thank you for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit that little bell. It really helps out our channel. And of course, we'd love to notify you when new things are coming out. I am a real estate broker. If you ever have any questions about buying or selling here in the state of Maine, I'd love to talk to you. Feel free to reach out. All my contact information is below. And don't forget to comment. Comment right here on the video and we'd love to talk to you. So let's see, first off, Munjoy Hill, like the East End. This might be my favorite only because I lived up there, you know, so I got some experience there, even though it's been a long time, but the architecture and the history up there is very, very cool. There's an iconic Portland Observatory right at the top of the hill. You know, the housing market is dynamic up there. It's really, really great. It's done a lot of like turnover up there. A lot of people have, you know, bought buildings, converted them to condos or single families and redone a lot of them. You know, it's funny, when I moved here, this was back in the 90s, the East End wasn't all that great. You know, it was a little bit run down, a little bit rough. I remember when I first moved here, you know, I walked up the hill and then back down, I saw the beautiful view that's there. Of course, it's still there, of the bay. And I'm like, this is an amazing view. And I'm looking around going, what's wrong with like the housing and you know, how rough it is, et cetera, et cetera. But now it's really nice down there. We've done some videos about food trucks that line the Eastern Prom in the summer, which is awesome. Access to the East End beach down there, which is like a little beach and a boat launch. And I know like I've gone down there and rented kayaks and gone out. Just such a special place the East End is. And the housing and everything is really, like, a lot of it's been updated. There's still a mix of like the old school buildings, you know, that might need to be updated a little bit, but overall, the East End is really, really nice. And the views are stunning. If you're in town and you're kind of looking around like, hey, I want to maybe live in an area, check out the East End. Can be pricey, you know, condos can go as high as $1 million, maybe even more. A lot of like remote workers up there, you know, really kind of a great community for that. A lot of great like coffee shops, a few great restaurants up there, and very, very close to coming downtown or going to the old port and things like that. It's walkable, which is really, really nice. Moving on from the East End, we're going to stay on the peninsula and go over to the West End. I've also lived in the West End, and I really, really like that as well. The vibe of like the architecture is different from East End to West End. Like the West End is more of that like quintessential New England brick, cobblestone in some areas. Very, very cool. Like you see some like brownstones, you know, or like townhouses just, you know, right in a row. It's just very, very cool. More of a community out there. Like once you're out there, it's not like a destination, unless if you're going in there to go to the Western Prom and sit on a park bench, or of course Maine Med's over there. So if you're going to the hospital, unfortunately, you're going over there. But it's, you know, it's not like a place where just like everybody's going. It's more like a community. Like you live there. There's a lot of great like mom and pop, you know, coffee shops, little restaurants. If you just want to go walk around and like feel New England, the West End is a great place to go. Number 3, East Bayside. This is a very up and coming area. It's almost kind of like, you know, the East End and the West End became so popular, and then it's kind of going down into the East Bayside. Now it is a little bit more industrial, like, which is kind of cool because there's like some breweries down there, some great restaurants that are down there. There's some condos going up, like on Anderson Street. There's a few condos already there. There's developing more. On Margin Away, it's a little more industrial business-wise. There's a store down there that I go to a lot, Play It Again Sports, which is a really great sporting goods store that you can, you know, bring in some of your used stuff, sell it to them, then use credit and buy more things. Are really like hockey oriented, lacrosse, all sports really. But you know, I know the family that owns it is very much into hockey. So if you're looking to get into that, Play It Again Sports is a great place to go and get your feel for hockey. Right now, it's very affordable though. Like the condos you can pick up are, you know, reasonably priced compared to some other areas of Portland. And again, like the scene is really cool. Like a lot of like outdoor spaces. Coffee by Design has a location down there, which is great coffee down there. Again, the breweries has a lot of like outdoor patios, things like that to hang out in and walk around up and down and have some great food and great drinks and all that stuff. It's really, really great. Anyway, those are some of my favorite neighborhoods in Portland, Maine. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, comment below. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk to you more. Reach out to me anytime. And remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and one of these buttons over here. You get a lot of great information about real estate, the state of Maine, cool things to do, all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you have any questions at any time, comment below or hit us up on all social media platforms and we'd love to help you out. And we love talking about Maine and real estate in Maine.